Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back. Okay, so this is a bit more interesting. See, I went through my to read stack, and it's kind of 60 books for someone who should not a lot. Short while ago had 150 in there, over 150. I have been literally. I went through them and looked at them and briefly decided, am I going to read you or not? Some of these books have been in my stack for so long. I'm like, why did I even get you in the first place? And why haven't I read you? How come is it I bypassed you to get another book? Why is that? So there's some books I'm just not going to read. Okay, read or review. But I'll talk about them. Talk about why I'm not reviewing them. This one here, A Week in Paris by Rachel Horn. I'll read the blurb. The streets of Paris hide a dark past. September 1937, Kitty travels enrolls at the conservatory on the banks of the Seine to pursue her dreams of being a concert pianist. But then war breaks out and the city of light falls into shadow. Nearly 25 years later, Faye Knox, a talented young violinist, visits Paris on tour with her orchestra. She barely knows the city, but why does it feel so familiar? She soon touches of memory becomes something stronger. She realizes her connection with these streets runs deeper than she expected. As Faye traces the past with only an address in an old rucksack to help her, she discovers dark secrets hiding years ago. Secrets that cause her to question who she is and where she belongs. Okay, so basically reincarnation, I don't know, past lives. I don't know, I mean this book is actually quite recent, it only came out 2014. But it's just not, I don't know. It's not my kind of thing. Even though actually my great-great-grandmother was in France during the Second World War, and sadly she didn't make it out of the Second World War. Okay. This I so wanted to read, but the problem is it's a goddamn bookstore. It's a doorstop. It's over 600 pages, and you know I managed to get 6 pages in. Okay, and the premise is so great. The premise is so great, but the book is just too long, I think. Okay, this is the Roman Empire now. Romantis by Sophia McDougall. Okay. A slave waits to be crucified. A desperate young girl with strange abilities stalks through the streets of London. A gang of fugitives hides out in the Pyrenees while on giant screens in the city. The world watches the funeral of the imperial family's most glamorous couple. Magnetic railways span the globe and states are constructing a giant bridge over the Persian Gulf. A single state holds absolute sway, but as tensions with a rival empire escalate, the first rumblings of a world conflict are beginning to be felt. Meanwhile, only an overworked officer doubts that the deaths of the Emperor's war hero brother and his beautiful charismatic wife were accidental. The 16-year-old heir to the throne is about to learn a secret that threatens the greatest power on earth and his own life. This is the Roman Empire now. Now, you think I would love this book, and I would love this book. I would love this book, but the problem is the problem. It's too long. It's just too long. It's 577 77 pages, okay? Actually 75 pages. There are more pages of extras, and I made it page 6. It just seems so too contrived, just too long. You know? It's a doorstop. It's a doorstop. Okay. Now this, I've actually read all the others, okay? The original Mortal Engines Quintet, okay? Then afterwards, Philip Reed went back and did Fever Crumb, A Web of Air, and Shravener's Moon. I've read the original quintet, and maybe, just maybe, I would read this. But the thing is, I'm then going to go and read the... Actually, sorry. You know something? I haven't read the Mortal Engines in a really, really long time. Maybe I should. Let's get back in the stack. That's staying. That's staying. Okay. Okay, I tried to read this, made that 5 chapters in, gave up, quit. Okay, I'm not even going to do a review of this. G.P. Taylor's Muriel Monday, The Midas Box. Fresh out of high school, young Muriel faces a new chapter of his life, living in Prince Regent Hotel, which is built into the side of a cliff. His job is to assist the magician in the stage shows held for the guests. Above ground, the hotel offers every form of luxury. Below ground, between the slimy green dripping walls of the basement, is where the magic show equipment is kept, and lurking in an Egyptian sarcophagus among scuttling sea creatures is a secret that draws Mario into the path of villainy and possible death. By G.P. Taylor, who did Shadowmancer. Okay? Now, it's been in my stack for a really long time. It came out 2007. You'd think I'd love it. I could not get into this book. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's just too overlong, too contrived, too pretentious, and I just had to quit. Had to quit. Gave up, quit. Okay, another one. Here we go. It's called Atlanta. This was a withdrawn from the bookshop. Okay. It came out in 2014. And Rio dreams of leaving the underwater city of Atlantia, and living in the world above. But all Rio's hopes for the future are shattered when her twin sister Bay makes an unexpected choice, leaving Rio stranded below. Atlanta is crumbling. Guided by an unlikely mentor, Rio begins to ask treacherous questions about her destiny, her home, and the corrupted system that governs the divide between land and sea. Her life and the fate of her city depends on Rio listening to the voices of the past and her willingness to speak the forgotten truth. Okay. Apparently the hottest YA title since the hit bookshop since the Hunger Games. The reason I'm just not reading it is because it's free before. And I want to get through my stack. I don't want to keep adding to the stack. I'm just doing that now. Mortal Engines, funnily enough. I want to try to get rid and not add on to actually read one of my version of Trilogy I've already got. I'm trying to declutter my books desperately, okay? I've got a stack over there to review. I've got now 60 on the floor. Again, I'm picking up from the pile. I need to basically reclaim my space back and not add any more. Okay. The Hounds of the Morrigan by Pat O'Shea. I've had this forever and I'm just getting rid. But it's okay, it's so old. UK was $2.95. Yeah. This published in 1987. This book came out in 1987. Okay. Whoever thought that the old manuscript in the bookshop could have led them into the journey of a lifetime? This was no fairy story. It was a real quest of good versus evil, in which Pidge and his sister Bridget were the Crusaders. A journey begins in Ireland with the destinations unknown. Time always became meaningless. Magic was everywhere, but always at their backs they could feel the terrible Hounds of the Morrigan looking to their mistress for the signal to attack. Okay. I've had this for too long, okay, I've never read it, even though it's been in my book stack for years, so I'm just not reading it. I'm getting rid. Okay. Okay, another one. This is How It Ends by Kathleen McMahon. This is where it begins. Autumn 2008. This is where it begins. The coast of Dublin. This is why it begins. Bruno, an American, has come to Ireland to search for his roots. Ali, an out-of-work architect, is recovering from heartbreak while taking care of her infirm father. When their worlds collide, they experience a connection unlike any they've ever felt. But soon the newfound love will be tested in ways they never previously imagined. I got this in a charity shop and it's got great reviews, but it's just looking at it, it's not grabbing me to pick up to read. So it's going in a stack. Well, An Unforgettable Story of Love and Hope by Cecilia Ahern. Here you go. Okay, it's one here, another charity shop. Katie Ford, A Vintage Wedding. In a small Cotswold country town, Beth, Linda and Rachel are looking for new beginnings. So they set up the business, organise the stylish and perfectly affordable vintage weddings. Soon they're busy arranging other people's big days. What none of them know is that the romance lie waiting around the corner. A reason why I'm not reading this is because I'm kind of done with, at the moment, with little villages, where communities where everyone knows each other, and the whole kind of relationship makes your dreams come true kind of thing. And I'm just kind of done with the kind of village kind of all setting at the moment. Okay, nothing against Katie Ford. I've actually read a few of her books, but I'm not reading this. I'm done. I'm done with the countryside at the moment. To read about the countryside at the moment. Okay. Okay. Novelisation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Novel by Lenore Fleischer, based on a screenplay by Steph Lady and Frank Darabont. So remember that version of Frankenstein film that came out years ago? In 1994. This is a bit that came out about it. And the thing is, I've actually read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and I'll read the blurb. Here you go. I saw the dull yellow eyes of the creature move. It breathed hard, and in a convulsive motion agitated its limbs. Kenneth Branagh's film of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein brought to life on the page. Victor Frankenstein's terrifying act of creation gives birth to a horrifying creature. But hatred and fear by all around it and spurned by its creator, the creature is also a tragic figure, trying to come to terms with what it is to be alive. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a dramatic retelling of its story and its creator and its bid to play God and break down the barriers between life and death. A classic tale of terror reborn. There you go. Yeah, no, not reading that. Because I've actually got a few novelisations of films I've got. Oh, the Back to the Future trilogy. I've got all them, okay, on in book form, which is really good. Because especially the first book, because it's not exactly the way the film turned out. There's quite a few differences. The Batman films, if you will, I've got the novelisations of those, but I'm not doing Frankenstein. Okay. Best-selling novel, Ollie White, Generation Next. It started as Ordinary Friends and their Generation Next. Things haven't been easy for Jack recently. Life as a teenager has its ups and downs. But when he switches school, meets a new group of friends, his luck seems to change. Together they create Generation Next, an incredible new social media platform. What if your Instagram account grew by hundreds of thousands of followers overnight, and big companies were fighting to offer you photo shoots? When Gen Next suddenly goes viral, Jack and his friends are thrust into a crazy world of fame that is terrifying as it is awesome. Because someone out there is determined to trip Jack up at every step. Doesn't stop them, soon his new friends and the girl he might be falling for will be in danger. I've got nothing against it. It's not my kind of fiction. There you go. Sorry. Daughters. Elizabeth Buchanan. A real writer for grown-ups. Here you go. It's a truth universally acknowledged that all mothers want to see their daughters happily settled. But for Lara, mother to Maudie, and stepmother to Jasmine and Eve, realising that this ambition is proving far from easy. With Eve's upcoming wedding, Lara has enough to worry about, also contending with an ex-husband embarking on a new marriage, and Spire's 8 bloom and developments of their own love life. But when she begins to fear that Eva is marrying a man who will only make her unhappy, Maudie reveals something that shocks the entire family. Lara faces the ultimate dilemma: does she step in and risk the wrath of her daughters? Does she stand by and watch them both make what she fears will be the biggest mistake of their lives? Okay. I've had this forever. It came out in 2012. I probably had this in 2012. I never read it, so I'm not going to. Nothing against Elizabeth Buchanan, great author, but I'm just not going to read his book. They see the reasons. Nothing against any of the authors. It's just, I'm looking at them thinking, I've had you for so long, and I haven't read you, and I keep bypassing other books, you to get to other books, so I'm not going to read you. It may sound horrible, it may sound negative, but I hope you understand why. And the authors actually read this, or watch this, you understand why. So these are the books I won't be reading or reviewing. I'm going to put them straight into a charity shop bag, so other people out there will appreciate them and love them. You know, I didn't. Okay, so thank you for watching. Actually, anyone who reads that, good luck. So anyway, thank you for watching this, YouTubers. Always nice to, you know, do a little video. And I am signing off here. And bye now.